So, if you have ever seen The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, you know that there is a procedure in it that allows you to erase a person from your memory. And this procedure will remove them entirely, every trace of them, every negative aspect, but also every positive experience you had with them. It's as if they never were in your life. And then this whole film spends 2 hours showing us why that is actually a trap. Hi, I'm a psychiatrist and I have lived with anxiety for most of my life now, so I know something about wishing you could erase a part of your own story. And this channel is SlowReel, where we watch films slowly for what they are really trying to tell us. And I must say that Eternal Sunshine, that's abbreviated, right? Eternal Sunshine is a very good film about pain and memory and why the things that hurt us are so much harder to separate from ourselves than we think. Now, a quick warning, I will be talking about the whole film, including the ending, so if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it and then do come back. So, the characters of Joel and Clementine, they were together, but it ended badly, and Clementine, who was unable to bear the weight of it, goes to a company called Lacuna and has her memory entirely erased. Now, Joel finds out about it, and in the moment of rage and grief, he decides to do the same. So, this procedure happens at night while he sleeps. The technicians map his memories of Clementine and then delete them one by one. And it's so cool that this film takes us inside that process. We are watching Joel's memories dissolve in reverse order, from the worst ones back towards the best. But then, somewhere in the middle of losing her, Joel changes his mind. He doesn't want to forget anymore, so he tries to hide Clementine inside other memories, basically in places she doesn't belong, context that's outside the relationship, and hoping the procedure won't find her there. So he's running through his own mind, trying to keep one person alive inside it. And that image, a man chasing a memory through his own head, trying to protect it from being taken, is quite visceral, right? It's something that hasn't been done before with grief in movies. And I think it's showing us that you can't surgically remove a person from your history without removing the parts of yourself they were woven into. You can't erase selectively. It all goes together. Now, near the end of the procedure, there is a scene where Joel is almost gone and almost clean, and he's in his earliest memory of Clementine. It's the first good one. And in that moment, he knows that that moment will be taken too. And then he says, I could die right now, Clem. I'm just happy. I've never felt that before. And that line stops the film cold, because Joel, who spent most of the movie trying to erase Clementine, and now the last thing he feels before she is gone is that she actually made him happy and she made him capable of feeling happy. So what this movie shows is that pain and happiness were in the same relationship. You don't just keep you don't get to choose to keep one and delete the other. Now, I, personally, spent a long time wishing I could erase my anxiety. Not just manage it, but totally 100% erase it. I wished it never happened, that it hadn't taken these things from me, this life from me, basically. But the anxiety pushed me. It pushed me towards psychiatry, toward mindfulness, toward understanding the mind in ways I never would have bothered with if I hadn't needed to understand my own mind. So I think anxiety has made me more compassionate with patients and everyone, because I knew what it felt like from the inside to be trapped by anxiety and to not be able to move, to think. And I believe that anxiety shaped who I am, and I'm proud of the person I am right now. If I had erased my anxiety, I also would have erased the person I have become, and I love that person. So the pain and the person, they are inseparable, and that's what this film is saying. And yes, it took me longer than I would like to admit to understand it was true for me too. Now, if there's something in your past that you have spent energy wishing away, and some part of you suspects it made you who you are, then do subscribe. I think this channel is exactly for you. Now, of course, this film isn't just about Joel and Clementine, it's also about the people who work at Lacuna, the company that runs the erasure procedure. And every single one of them is a mess. So, the doctor who runs it is having an affair with his receptionist, who erased him from her own memory and started over. Twice, actually. Then there is the technician who falls for patients he's supposed to be treating professionally, and the assistant is using the procedure to erase her own trauma in secret. These are all people who have access to the technology of forgetting, and none of them are okay. So erasing something doesn't solve the pattern. It just resets it. You forget about it and you make the same choices. You fall into the same dynamics, you carry the same wounds. Because I believe the wounds or the patterns, they aren't in our memories, they are in our person. They are ingrained into us now. And I think this is something I also see clinically in my work. The impulse to start over, to move to a new city, get a new job, a new relationship, it seems like a way of escaping something internal. And as we see from the movie as well, it doesn't work. Whatever you're running from tends to be waiting at the destination, because that thing is inside you. So the only way through is to go through. So Joel and Clementine find out what they did. They hear recordings of themselves before the procedure, describing all the ways they hurt each other and all the reasons it ended. But then they chose each other anyway. Because now they know. They know it will probably go the same way. They know their own patterns and their incompatibilities and the specific ways they will hurt each other again. But they choose to try. Now, I think that ending is either the most romantic thing in cinema or the most heartbreaking one, depending on how you watch it. But I think it can be both. So, love, real love, isn't chosen in ignorance, right? It is chosen in full knowledge of the cost. So, in the movie, at the end, Joel and Clementine aren't naive. They know what is about to happen. They remember everything, and yet they choose each other anyway. And I think choosing something like that is the only kind of courage that actually counts. So, in a way, this movie is saying that pain is part of the deal, and the whole deal, with its ups and downs, is worth it. Now, if you could erase something from your past, either a relationship, a period of your life, maybe a version of yourself you rather would not have been. Now, one question before you decide. Who would you be without it? Just think about it. Are there any ways that thing you would erase changed you? Were there any paths that were opened or closed? Were you forced to become a specific person? So Joel ran through his own mind trying to keep Clementine alive in it, because losing her meant losing the parts of himself she had touched. You cannot erase selectively. We are a whole person. And maybe, just maybe, the spotless mind isn't what you actually want. Maybe we want the mess. So do leave a comment down below. Is there something maybe painful in your past that made you into someone you're glad to be? You don't have to mention the thing, but you can just say, is there something? that you, like looking back now, feel maybe not good about, but feel proud, or I just feel that that is a part of me, and because of it, I'm the person I am right now, and I'm enjoying it. Yes, did the hard thing end up mattering, basically? Yes. Yeah, do leave a comment if you made it this far. The usual, like and subscribe. I love to read your comments. I answer every one of them. Yes, and I will see you next week. Bye.